Hello, my beautiful friends. So, oh Lord. I was studying exorcisms within the Catholic Church. Tampon, although I actually don't use tampons. Too bad I don't have the wig anymore, otherwise I'd put
Too bad.
That's on religious trauma. I had to go to church instead. I'm a cowgirl. Hello, my beautiful friends. So, oh Lord. So, it is our last full day in London because we have decided to leave early. And we are just playing tourists. And luckily, it is so sunny. So, it's a perfect day. India House. Oh yeah, this is the consulate.
So please make your senses and unite. And I'm talking to Indian citizens.
Are human without
whoever they are, that this is enough. Enough is enough. And if you don't do that, you will be responsible as well for your destruction. God forbid if it happens.
Hello.
Hello. It's Monday.
It's Tuesday.
Is it? No.
It's Monday.
It's Monday. It's not Tuesday. It's Monday. I know because it's filming day. Okay. And now we're in a place called South Bank, London. So I think when we crossed the bridge, we crossed over to South London, which is great because I've never seen this before. And you know, oh god, my bangs, it gets a little bit of a bad rap, but it's becoming more gentrified, so I'm not sure the whole vibes around it. But someone we sat next to in Notting Hill was like, south, ugh, like I would never go there. But really, south is where a lot of immigrants are, Latinos, Africans, so to not like the south, you know, is interesting. But that being said, their south is also known for having some crime.
I also lived in London for 4 generations.
Yeah, so it's kind of, from what I understand, it's like this in between of like where a lot of immigrants live, which therefore there can be a lot of crime where there's poverty, and at the same time it's becoming gentrified, so it's becoming a little more hip. That's all I know. We're right on the river and we're just checking out. Oh, okay, look. From what I can tell, it's like more of like an artsy, creative district. I see some graffiti, skating, tagging.
Welcome and slide open.
Okay.
Well, what makes it unique is you can lift this frame all the way up. And then where you have, so this is the case of the car, but you lift the frame up and the engine's right there.
Interesting.
There's 3 bolts that are holding it all together.
Zach is very into cute cars.
Nah, I just like vehicles.
You are. It's cool.
Did you say cute?
Yeah, they're cute.
I'm not into cute cars. I'm in cars, period. No
Okay.
cute involved.
Anyways, so this is called Between the Bridges. At least that is called that. And it's a cute little walk, and they're preparing for the Christmas market. You could tell because they're putting up all the garland, and they have those little wooden stools where they're gonna have all the, you know, little stores and all that. So this is adorbs. It reminds me of like Coney Island meets Venice Beach in America.
Yeah, but it's like cleaner.
Yeah, cleaner, safer.
The thing about London is really rare to see.
Oh my god, look at that view. Gorgeous.
People are just well behaved.
Yeah.
Like
That's,
the wild people.
I was gonna say, that's the other thing, like we were talking about when we were at Dishoom, where it's like you have to really be aware of like whose rhetoric you're taking in about a city, a country, weather, money, economy, anything, because not to say that it isn't unsafe here or dangerous, of course, but at the same time, like we come from America where guns are a real threat. And the fact that that's not really a threat here automatically makes it safer for us, like automatically. And I do wonder to what extent being in a country where there's a king and a queen sort of sets the precedent for like etiquette or demure. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. But maybe it has to do, British culture has to do with having a king and a queen. So I don't know if that sets the standard. Anyway, point of story is we just don't find England to be that dangerous, knock on wood, compared to America. Just saying. Now, are there pickpockets? Yes, because we actually saw someone try to get pickpocketed and she like fucking defended herself. It was like, hey! Then her husband was running after the guy. So does that happen? Absolutely. That seems to be happening a lot in Europe, UK.
Thank you so much. Well done, buddy. Thank you so much. Thank you. You did a great job. Thank you. Thank you. People here, wait. Over here, wait. Over here, wait. These are putting here. Everyone got the chest. These are putting here. Everyone got.
Clap.
Must come together as one.
Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome. So, we are leaving London tomorrow morning. We are going back to Colorado. We are actually in a hotel literally like connected to the airport. At least I think it's connected. We're like on the airport property. Anyway, so that's super sweet because we don't have to worry about like driving an hour out into Heathrow. So that's really nice. I just wanted to share something, like something that I'm contemplating, something that I'm digesting, something that I'm studying. I studied Kabbalah. I've studied Judaism for 15 years. So a long time, among other religions for sure. I've sort of gone into different religions, different philosophies, different belief systems, and I kind of like try it on and take it on as my own and digest it. And I've studied with teachers and synagogues and temples. I've been to gurdwaras. I've been to masjids. Like I'm pretty well versed, not just in philosophy, but I've spent a lot of time even reading different sacred texts. In the last 5 or 6 years, I've sort of studied Kabbalah. I've studied, like I'm saying, I've studied a lot of the mysticism, the different mystic schools, Sufism here and there, Gnostic Christianity, I've gone hardcore into as well. Mary Magdalene priestess training, and Kabbalah has been part of that for the last like 5 or 6 years. I took a course where I was learning some like Hebrew and Aramaic to help to understand text better. However, in the last couple of years, let's say like the last 2 years, it's been a little bit more than studying. It's been more like practicing, which I think is different. Studying and practicing are kind of 2 different forms of embodiment for me. If you're familiar with human design, I'm a first line body. So study has been something I've done my whole life. Education is very important for me. Like it's like drinking water. With Kabbalah, over the last 2 years, it's like there are certain moments I notice. Same with my human design and astrology study. It's like I'm taking everything in, and there'll be a point where I'm like, ooh, it's like a nail that like hooks onto a sweater, and I'm like stuck on it, and I'm chewing it, and I'm digesting it, and I'm like in it. And there's something that I've learned that I'm contemplating so much lately. And it's this concept of not needing more, but being in the embodiment of I have everything. So I'm going to share some of my notes that I've taken on this because I think it's really, really so juicy, so good. Again, I've been contemplating and practicing this and seeing the results of this embodiment. It's very subtle. And, as someone who creates customized hypnotic tracks for my clients, language and frequency and even the subtlest energetic shifts are really important for me, because I'm making such an impact on someone's unconscious mind and their energy field. And because language is such a big part of the way that I impact, learning about the subtleties in this energy feels important because it's something I can bring into my tracks as well. So I'm going to share some of my notes about it. When Jacob and Esau finally meet after years of having issues, being estranged, whatever, they're both materially wealthy. Their words have 2 different frequencies altogether. It's like it's 2 different forms of wealth. And this is what I'm really interested in. Esau said, and of course it depends on the interpretation, but Esau says, I have enough, my brother. I've heard the interpretation also be, I have more. Like, I have more. I'm good. I have more. But in this, let's say, I have enough, my brother. And Jacob replies, please accept my blessing because I have everything. So one implies I have more, or I have enough, which puts a container, which was a boundary over abundance. It puts a boundary, a limitation, over wealth. It's like it's a very human perspective of money. I have enough, I have more. And it's also, when you have more, you want more. It reveals this like insatiable hunger for more and more and more and more. Whereas the frequency of I have everything implies that you are not incomplete. And this is really interesting because when I was studying exorcisms within the Catholic Church, I remember interviewing the archdiocese of the local where I lived, and I asked, like, how do people become possessed? And he gave me 3 ways people become possessed from the viewpoint of Catholicism. And one of them was if someone has a hole. He described it as if someone has a hole in their heart because of a trauma that they've experienced or hardship, life stuff. It's like they have a hole in their heart. And he described, you either fill that hole with God or you fill that hole with the enemy. And he said how dangerous it was. He was like, it's more dangerous to walk around incomplete than if you were to do like the Ouija board or like whatever that's like consciously attracting in the negative forces. Walking around incomplete, which I find to be fascinating because, again, here in Kabbalah, it's talking about how the highest frequency is I have everything. Because when you operate from that place of I have everything, you're matching the frequency of the Creator. The Creator is complete. The Creator is all-knowing. The Creator is completely abundant. So when you have everything, you're matching your frequency to God, the Creator, as opposed to man's wealth, which is more. And so in Kabbalah, it talks about how it's so important to not leave the house needing, period, but not needing something of somebody, right? Not needing a certain conversation to go a certain way. It's like, when you're in this energetic of need, you are not someone who has everything. And if you're not someone that has everything, then you are not matching the frequency of the Creator. So it's like miracles and abundance happen as a byproduct of you feeling in your system, I have everything. All of that to say, I've really been contemplating and practicing this affirmation every day for the last couple of weeks. I have everything. I have everything. I have everything. And this is just a really small, insignificant, subtle thing. But before we came to London, Zach and I are big foodies, and we love ethnic food. I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if they'll have Uyghur food, which is a very like niche subset culture, and their food is delicious. I'm only familiar with it because Zach has taught me about this food. He used to live with Uyghurs in China. And so I'm like, I wonder if they'll have Uyghur food. And that's it. Like, I kind of just forgot about it, whatever. And so all week I've been practicing this mantra just every day. Like, I have everything. I have everything. I have everything. And as I'm literally saying this last night, and again, this is so subtle, but we're literally like in the most posh part of town, like, not very diverse in this particular section that we're in. We're crossing the road, and I'm saying to myself, I have everything. And I have no agenda. Like, I'm not thinking about anything. I'm not thinking about like something I'm trying to call in. I'm just saying, I have everything. And noticing how that feels in my body. And literally, as I'm saying, I have everything, Zach goes, oh my God, Uyghur food. And in the moment, I'm like, of course, because I have everything. Like, I have everything. And it's silly. It's so silly. But I'm like, it's such a niche, unique thing to just be presented onto my lap. And they had my favorite food there. And again, because it's such a niche food, like, you can't really get this just anywhere. The one place that had it in DC where I'm from closed down. So even when I go back home, like, I can't eat it. And I just thought, like, right, because I have everything. And it's not something that I had to consciously be like trying to pull in. It was like I was so pleasantly surprised. Like I was so joyfully met with this. And because I wasn't like intentionally looking for it, it was even more delicious. It was even more of like, oh my God, yay. Like I couldn't leave without having Uyghur food. Like, thank you, you know? So anyway, this is just a mantra, a practice that I've been trying to bring into my body. And by the way, it hasn't been like this easy, like, yeah, I have everything. Like I can feel where my body has resistance actually. Also, what I find interesting is that I have Jewish ancestry. Like I said, I'm a very, very mixed ethnicity, so it's not surprising, but I do have Jewish ancestry. The conversos of like Spain that were, you know, meant to move to Catholicism. And this is just like a side note, but I do feel like it's not a coincidence that my body has sort of found this system again, among other systems, for sure. I think that's why I feel really strongly about like learning about ethnicity, not so much about nationality, like, because nationality is like, you know, it comes and goes depending on like where your parents decide to have children, but more like ethnicity. Like even being Latino is a cultural, like, it's a very like blanket statement. Like so many people can be Latino, but ethnicity I find to be so fascinating because it's like, it's your blood lineage. It's like where you come from, the stories of your ancestors passed down through your DNA, and the wisdom and gifts. You know, a lot of times we focus on like the trauma that's passed down, which like for sure I get. But there's also so much like wisdom that it's been gained through the years. And yeah, anyway, that's why I'm very, very, very into ancestry. I've spent a lot of time like building out my ancestry on both sides, and yeah, it helps you give context to be like, oh, well, gosh, if they survived these wars or they survived these experiences, like how does that manifest in my body when I'm in these parts of the world? Or how does that manifest in my body when this type of scenario is happening? So I really just kind of recommend everyone take a look into their own ancestry. You know, even if you have like one ethnicity, it's still like a beautiful story to be able to track and see your people and yeah, what stories of resilience they all hold. Hi, you guys. We are flying back to Colorado, and I just wanted to show you what is in my travel purse. Well, I've been using this Coach bag that I absolutely adore. Adorbs. First thing that I always carry in my travel bag, but I actually just carry this in my purse at all times, which just, I always have everything in here. Contacts, always have extra contacts. Deodorant. Wet ones. More hand sanitizer. Advil, should I ever need it. Wispies. A pen. 5 different lip products. Some tea, more contacts, more wispies. These really beautiful mints I got in Paris. Hairband, Q-tips because I have a Q-tip addiction. Tampon, although I actually don't use tampons, but it's always nice to just have it just in case. And I'm always a girl's girl that has it for other people, you know? If you're curious, I actually use period panties and I'm never going back. Next thing I have, this is like my charging technology case. I have all different types of chargers, boxes, converters here. Slippers. There.
I think you have a slipper addiction.
I do. Wallet. Wet brush. This is a great travel brush. I have 2 brushes that I use. The Mason Pearson brush and this wet brush, because you can brush it while your hair is wet and it doesn't damage it, and it like separates. It's like very wide.
You can brush it while it's hot.
Brush it while it's hot. That's all. Passaporte. And that's it. That's all I have.
That's it.
I have everything I need.
At 10:45.
We board at 10:45, so let's say we leave at
So we depart at
11:15. We're getting home at 3 p.m. Denver time, because we're going back in time, so we're not losing a day. In fact, it's going to be great for our sleep, because I'm not going to sleep on the plane. and then we'll get home at 3. I can just stay up till 9 and go to bed at my regular hour, because my sleep has been fucked since we've been here. It never got normal. I stayed up till 4 in the morning last night, and we were up. I stayed up till 4:45 last night, and we got up at 8 in the morning. Luckily, the airport was literally 2 minutes from here, if that. And our driver just took us door to door, so that was really nice. And security's super easy here. The airport was very nice, very intuitive, super simple. I just ate a salad. Usually, there was protein because there was like garbanzos and quinoa and stuff, but usually I'm a big like protein first. I prioritize protein in every meal. I was craving veggies. Even last night for dinner, I just had a bowl of fruit because I was like, I feel like I've just been eating out so much. I just need like fruits and veggies, and I chugged a glass water bottle today, so feeling like I'm setting myself up. Oh, actually, I'm gonna take my vitamin C. This just helps boost your immune system for travel.
And just like that, we're back in Colorado.
And just like that, we're back in Colorado. Hi, Mama girl. Hi, Mama girl. Hi. Hi, honey. Hi, honey. Mama girl, Mama girl. Where my Mama girl? Where my Mama girl? Hi, sweetheart. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, sweetheart. like first time basically going out of the house since we've gotten back. We are actually going to be traveling next Wednesday. So I can get some groceries, but not like a ton, you know? So I think what we're gonna do this week is probably just like go every other day type of thing. Zach mentioned that he wanted some chili yesterday, so I think I'm just gonna surprise him with some chili. He's currently golfing somewhat soon, so I haven't even started on dinner. It's 5:15. Anyway, we usually do a paleo chili, aka no beans, because of me. Zach loves beans. He grew up eating beans, but I am a little bit sensitive to beans. Now, occasionally I will eat it just for shits and giggles, literally. Fiber, you know? If you've ever wondered what a chip aisle in America looks like, it is never-ending types of chips. So I always wonder if like other countries see this and they're like, what the actual fuck? Like, how many flavors could there possibly be? But there's a lot. Okay, so because I'm short on time, I just bought some pre-diced veggies. I still have to cut up the celery, but this green pepper, this is just different types of pepper. Onion. I always prefer white onion. My mom swears by red onion though. Some butternut squash. Dice up some celery. I always suggest having mirepoix because it's going to just elevate your flavors and give you texture. It's easy to cook. It's a dump. It's, what is it called? Like pump and dump vibes? No, pump and dump is like breastfeeding. What is it called? One pot meals. I think that's what I'm going for. I love garlic. My mom's hack to everything she cooks is cumin. She's like, you can't cook without cumin. So I add cumin to everything. She's like, especially when you cook with meat, you have to add cumin. Tomato sauce. Salt and pepper. I add a ton. They're really flavorful, so. Zach crushes up our pepper and it's just so fresh. This is hot Italian sausage, which is my little trick to making this delicious. And then organic ground beef. Just mash it up. I found some sweet peas in the freezer, so I just went ahead and added it in. Just get as much nutrients as we can. I also found some corn in the freezer. Zach's not a huge fan of corn, so I'm just gonna a little bit, but I think it would be tasty. It's called acini di pepe, and it's like a little pasta that looks like a rice. Okay, it's been cooking for almost an hour, or probably an hour. I haven't checked the time. I'm realizing I forgot avocado, cilantro, and green onion to garnish, you know? It'll still be super tasty, but usually that is how I would garnish to BH. Okay, taste test. That's cheese. We're gonna put on a show or a movie, catch up on something. What are we thinking?
I don't know. Are you getting nostalgic?
A classic?
I don't know if I'm classic or put something new on.
I think I'm over my bangs. I just feel like if they're not well done, it ruins the whole vibe. Oh yeah. Hi cutie. Hi. Hi cutie. Oh my goodness. Are you just a little babe?
Oh really?
Are you just a little baby? Yes. Yes. You're just a little cutie patootie. Oh, such a good girl. Come on, Nelly. I'm always like, should I try something new? And then I just always get the same thing.
I'm so sorry about that. Wait, do you mind if I grab a name for this order?
Zach,
Zach, what can we get started for you?
can I get a Gold Rush cold brew?
Absolutely. What size were you thinking?
20 ounces, perfect.
20-ounce Gold Rush cold brew. That half and half was okay in there?
Yes.
Perfect. Anything else for you today?
Can I please get the 12-ounce beach bomb with boba?
Say that one more time for me. I'm so sorry.
The 12-ounce beach bum with boba.
Yeah, unfortunately for our ice drinks, the smallest size we can do is 16 ounces. Is that all right for you?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
He's like, yeah, I can kind of see that. I'm like, he works for the...
Oh my gosh.
That's beside the point. The point is, like, he works with it kind of in a very inappropriate way.
That for Zach, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
31 is
and I have a code thing and phone number.
I have an extra 9, that's why. There we go.
There we go.
Here's that for you.
Nellie's like, where's my popcorn?
For the beach bomb.
Thank you.
Perfect. Happy Halloween. Okay, so a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, this entire neighborhood and the surrounding area burned down to a crisp. Completely burned. It was like one of the worst fires in Colorado.
Over 1,000 houses.
Over 1,000 houses just down. So we live in the new build of these communities. And the last couple of Halloweens, well, I guess the last Halloween we were in London. But the Halloween before that, we bought a Costco-sized bag of candy and no one came. Zach and I had lights outside. We had spooky music on. We had a glass of wine just sitting out there. Like with Nellie in her costume, just waiting, and no one came. And we had this candy forever. So this time, now it's been 2 years, and some children have moved into the neighborhood. So we're like, okay, for sure, we're going to have trick-or-treaters. So we just went to Costco and bought a fuck ton of candy. To get candy and also chocolate, because the variety bag only had candy. So I had to also buy chocolate, which, by the way, this is by Mr. Beast, who I guess is like a super famous YouTuber, and he has his own chocolate now. So, okay.
Good to know that. That's a good purchase.
Jack's nephew loves this. My godson loves this. So it's so interesting, like, celebrating Halloween when you don't have children, because, and also we were saying, like, when you're single, Halloween's fun because you can, like, get dressed up sexy, go to a bar, or go to, like, you know, with your single friends, everyone's dressed up. Like, I remember back in the day, it was like a big deal. Like, when I was single for Halloween, we would go to frat parties, beer, what are they called? Pub crawls? Pub crawls in DC are a big thing. And then if you don't have, like, now we're in a relationship, obviously, and we don't have children. So it's not like this big to-do for us, but it's interesting being in this, like, liminal space of, like, well, how do we want to celebrate, like, holidays, you know? Because just about every other holiday, like, major holiday, we have redeveloped what that means for us. So it's like creating our own legacy, our own traditions. When we have children, they'll be, like, grandfathered into our traditions. And, of course, it'll be co-created with them. And Halloween's one of those where it's, like, it's not like a holiday, but it's also, like, I like to feel festive, so I got pumpkins, like the Cinderella ones, like the carriage kind. And yeah, I guess, like, giving out candy is, like, the best I can do in terms of Halloween. And then we don't have costumes. I will say, a couple years ago, when we were nomadic, we happened to have a stint in Arkansas, where Zach's from, and I think we were just spending, like, October, November at his mom's.
No, we had an Airbnb.
Oh yeah, actually we had an Airbnb. And the Airbnb was by a cemetery, by the way. And Zach and I woke up every night at 3 a.m. and Nellie barking in the middle of the night. Oh, dear God.
You think you had a spider bite?
And then I got a random spider bite on my boob. Bad. It was so random. Anyway, Zach's brother and wifey have a Halloween party they do every year.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. We dressed up as the Pulp Fiction characters. Zach had long hair at the time. I got a black wig. We're like, okay, like they instantly saw it. And I think that's the only time we've dressed up.
And we crushed it.
Too bad I don't have the wig anymore. Otherwise, I'd put
Too bad. No, I said too bad.
Not who's that.
Nelly,
She has certain commands, and if Zach says, who's that? She'll start barking because it's our way to like train her to like search the house if we hear something. And so
don't give out our security protocol.
So sometimes if there's words that sort of sound like that, she'll think that that's the command. Fun fact, we were super Christian when we were little. So when I was young, like little, we celebrated Halloween no problem. And then when I was around 11, my mom was like, we don't celebrate Halloween anymore. And she would turn off all the lights in the house so no one would knock. I'm like, can we not just put out candy? No. That's on religious trauma. I had to go to church instead. Please. Please. Okay, we are giving out candy. Nellie is in her costume. We have more kids than ever before. AKA, just one would have been more than ever. Let me show you Nellie. She's the one passing out the candy, really.
Chill.
Put her little hood on. You're a wizard, Harry. We've got a little setup. We've got these awesome pumpkins. We've got the candy. I've got my little Halloween trick-or-treat thingy that I painted a couple years ago, preparing for the kids that never came. Okay. Obviously I can't record any of the kiddos, but they're so cute. But you know what I've noticed? Not a single one of them is saying trick-or-treat. They just come and get the candy. And I'm like, hi. Whereas before it was like, when we were kids, we'd be like, trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. If you don't, I don't care. I'll pull down your underwear and just take as much of the candy and run. Okay. The trick-or-treating has finished. We are now watching American Psycho. And I'm feeling a little peckish. Okay. There are so many A-list celebrities in this movie, or A-list actors in this movie. I'm feeling a little peckish, and there's an art to snacking. So, just so you know, the art to snacking is all about having the right ingredients at home. Just like yesterday I talked about, if you are someone who wants to get into cooking or just kind of elevate, like if you're just someone who's like very basic cooking, always having mirepoix is a great way to do that. For snacking, I like to have usually something pickled, which I'm very into pickled food, and I'll show you some of that. I have some Good Culture cottage cheese, which I know cottage cheese is not for everybody. It is for me. It's a great way to get extra protein. So what I'll do is I'll just get this butter lettuce, cottage cheese, and I always have some sort of like deli meats. So I'll have some ham. Oh Lord. I'm all out of cottage cheese. I'm telling you, I'm like in between groceries in this weird place. I also have pickled carrots that I got at the farmer's market. I have some organic honey Dijon mustard. He got it open. Okay, so I bought these off of Etsy. I'm a big Etsy girl, actually. Like if you ever see me with like something very niche, we're like, where is that? Like the Evil Eye thing or a niche snack, Etsy. Like Etsy is my favorite place to shop. Pickled garlic. Anyway, here's what we got. Bit of lettuce, ham, Dijon mustard, cheese. Oh. Pickled carrot for some crunch. Hello, my beautiful friends. So we are getting ready to go to a Halloween party at this like really cute saloon, like boutique hotel that my friends invited us to. I'm really excited to see them. I miss them so much. The theme is like cowboy, cowgirl, ghoul, desert night vibes. So I'm just gonna throw together whatever I have that goes with that theme, and I'm gonna try to get Zach together too. I do have a cowgirl hat and I have cowgirl boots. I've only worn the boots once on my last birthday. But I also want to keep it like casual, you know. Also, I don't know if anyone else does this, but I feel like I do things kind of backwards. For example, did my makeup, did my hair. Well, my hair's up now, but curled my hair. And then I'm like, I need to take a shower. Then I just took a body shower. It's like, usually that should come first. But anyway. I'm a cowgirl.